Yeah! Well, to know that the gavel's calling, let's get this session started. Hey, folks, grab a seat. It's time to get the scoop. Bakers in session, serving justice with a whoop. From sunny Cali courts to the heartland's dusty halls, we'll spin the yarns of trials big and small. Oh, Baker in session, tales old and brand new. Some make you laugh, some will leave you in a stew. Gavels dropping beats, witnesses take the stand. Join the fun, y'all, across this great land. Hey. Classic papers like OJ or that moonshine bust. Fresh headlines steaming hot. In Baker we trust. Murder in the Midwest, scams down south so sly. We'll break it down with grins, no need to cry. East Coast embezzlers, West Coast wild rides. Supreme Court showdowns where the big shots collide. From petty thefts to plots that twist and turn, Baker's got the stories that'll make you learn and burn. Oh, Baker in session, tales old and brand new. Some make you laugh, some will leave you in a stew. Gavels dropping beats, witnesses take the stand. Join the fun, y'all, across this great land. Famous folks in hot seats, underdogs who win. We'll cheer the verdicts, dive right in. Coast to coast adventures in the name of the law. Baker's here to share it without a single flaw. Hit subscribe, don't miss the legal ride. Baker in session where the laughs collide. Hey, how we roll.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever you might be, and welcome to an important stream. Normally, I don't do important streams. Normally, I'm more of an internet joker. I'm the guy who puts on a wig and make fun of women because I'm a misogynist, as everyone knows. But today, I think is probably the most important stream I have ever done on my YouTube presentation channel, because I was perusing the twit, and as you all know, I have a great personal friend who she plays an understudy manatee in a few Disney's on Ice. She has also played twice played hippos in Fantasia. I'm of course talking about Krusty Panties, who is one of my best friends on the interwebs. Why is it so crooked? Hey, anime. And when she calls to action, I jump. I participated in the last week. I participated in two different fundraisers. Last Saturday, the 24-hour fundraiser for Ian Runkle's Children's Hospital fundraiser, and on Tuesday for the Kelsey Fitzsimmons fundraiser for her birthday. A couple of weeks ago, we had all of you amazing people help Carmen, AJ's daughter, not that AJ, get new safety equipment for her job. And I hope that tonight, this afternoon, when Valhalla is having his fundraiser, because he is he's trying to get his dad's estate settled after 8 years. Apparently, he needs a lawyer. But I kind of enjoy going on these fundraisers just to help people out, because it might not be as easy as people think to do a YouTube presentation, and they need someone who can just come in and clown around for a bit or keep talking so there's no dead air. And I haven't officially been contacted about this fundraiser, but when my close, near personal friend El Panties del Crosto writes this on the twit, Do you want to help the McAlberts fight back against the brutal character attacks, harassment, intimidation, defamation, and torment they have endured for 3 years? Please visit their website and give if you can. There will be some very big news coming soon. This fight isn't just for them. It's for the integrity of the criminal justice system. And it's a battle for the truth. Spelled TIUF. Please help them fight if you can. I know I will. And when Krusty says she will be helping, I know she will go out and sell her sectional right away and donate all of that money to the McAlberts Defense Fund. Because the McAlberts are the true victims in Canton, Massachusetts. We all know this because we have been following that horrible, horrible, horrible case where the evil Karen Reed just got away with it. They planted Paula on the jury. We all know this. It's been proven many times by grand and twisted tragedies. They have proven all of this. There is no discussion. Well, some of you might not understand how brilliant these people are, but they have proven it time and and the jury foreman. Need I say more? Now he's writing a book. Coincidence? I think not. So when these pillars of trust and truth are out here telling me to take action, I can't but take action because I'm a giver, just like they are. Krusty Pansies, has she done anything other than be nice to people? How many people have she given the finger to, for instance? Krusty, if you need a finger, Krusty will always lend you at least two. She is so nice that when she saw a car without hubcaps, she took the hubcaps off her own car and gave it to them. That's the kind of person Krusty is. I'm just saying it. They don't know Brennan helped choose that jury. That's what I say every time. So Brennan is an idiot. No, he's a great a great attorney, but he let two planted jury members get in there. I don't know. I made a comment last week regarding a McAlberts fundraiser as a joke, and here it is. Lord, some people. Ellen, when I saw it this morning, when I woke up after my midday nap and I saw it, I thought, oh, you weren't planning on streaming today, but let's go have some fun because can anyone remember how Krusty, Twisted, Grant, Plevin, the Oracle have treated fundraisers for Karen Reed over the last 3 years? Everyone who gave anything to her were the worst people in the world, and they were just paying off the jury, and they were getting away with it, and they were cheating, and that's how fundraisers was viewed 3 months ago. I actually think the website she talks about, that I have looked at it before because I saw it somewhere, and when I saw it, I thought, what the hell is this website? I don't think I've ever seen it with a donate button. I'm not sure about that. McAlberts will next be seeking donations from the veterans of foreign wars. Yeah, well, that's why they go there. The N on Nebraska's helmet stands for knowledge. Thank you, Donovan. I didn't know that. This is sent. I don't know anything about college ball. The only thing I know is the Ohio State is the greatest college football team and every other sport they participate in because Jamie has told me so. But if anyone ships a cap 4,000 miles, I'll wear it on stream. It's the same with the t-shirt. Thank you, Danny T, for giving me a headless chicken. Since Nicole loves to clean, maybe she can start a house cleaning business. Could be a great thing. Could I think I figured it out. Be sure to spell your main correct. The only main is on Jen McCabe. No, and the other one I never remember the name of. There's so many horse-like women in Canton. Well, Danish lady, congratulations and celebrations. La, 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 la. What Krusty did to Jess Machado was horrendous. What did Krusty do to Jess Machado? She went on her first show. I know. I think Jess should be happy that she wasn't in the studio because the smell. You should be wearing Gamecock today. I was actually watching a YouTube creator who plays college football on his channel. He played as the Gamecocks. I thought about you. Thank you, Shannon. Very kind of you to lie. Oh, scroll down. Oh, I'll get to it then. Just have to do this. This. Sorry, I'm so good at doing. Then this. M-Spire, thank you for 8 months. I come in and you're talking cocks. Well, it wouldn't be a Sue stream if it wasn't cocks. As I talked about, our buddy Valhalla, who helped me cover the Karen Reed case, is trying to restart an 8-year probate case because they closed it without ever settling his dad's estate. He's having a give send go. I pinned it on both chats, both Rumble and YouTube, if anyone wants to contribute. And he is doing a show today at 2 p.m. And you should go and watch him. Got her kicked out of the studio. Well, I read that text. I don't know if Krusty did it or whoever. There's a lot of people who do a lot of dumb stuff out there. If you're afraid for your business to have someone who might have a little bit of a strong opinion on certain positions, don't give them a studio. It's I thought that if I was the landlord, I would have given them the double sue bird and just say, go fuck yourself. But sadly, a lot of people will be intimidated. Well, just go give it a watch, M-Spire, and thank you. Do we know this as a fact that they got kicked out or whatever? I don't know. Fake victim has a closet baby and now Jess has a closet studio. I did most of my first year. My studio was my dining room table nook in my kitchen. You don't need a studio. You don't need that much. It's nice to have, but you don't need to have it, especially when most of your streaming is just one with all of you. But let's take a look on what is the defendingthetruth.org. Defendingthetruth.org to me sounds like it's an organization. So let's see what this organization is doing. Testify. I testify to you, Lord, that I will not support the McAlberts. Defend the truth. Join the witnesses from the Karen Reed trial. So Shannon with 1 N, Dr. La Posada. Who are we? Oh, here we are. Let's see all of these wonderful people that you can support with by going to this website. There's not one likable person. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's not one likable person on my screen right now, except John O'Keefe. And I have my problems with him as well, because After hearing the text messages, I got a very different view on him. But these are the people, the witnesses in the Karen Reed trial that you have to defend. How many of these people are known liars who perjured themselves on the bench? How many of these people should probably tell the real truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? There's not one of these people I would trust with anything. Horrible people, all of them. But those are the people you can support. We stand for truth. We stand for justice. We stand for witnesses. Absolutely stupid thing to say, because is it all witnesses or just these witnesses? The threat in Massachusetts, as well as across the country, victims who report crimes, witnesses who come forward, good people who simply do the right thing, are being harassed, defamed, threatened, and pressured into silence. Imagine stepping forward, believing justice will protect you, only to find yourself fighting for your peace, your privacy, and your safety. First of all, I like it that you are making it a little interesting and easy to read. But as I say to everyone, those double dashes, take them out. It makes it too easy to figure out that you didn't do this. You just put it into AI and said, hey, make me a generic website text. I'm trying to pretend I'm a victim. And I'm sorry, testify. What does that mean? To me, this looks like we stole the website design from probably a Democrat who ran for either some DA office or some public office, and we just put testify in and then put some borders on so it looked a little snazzy. What does it have to do with testify? Half of these people didn't testify in the second trial. Our mission: to protect and empower witnesses and victims of crime who face retaliation, harassment, or defamation for fulfilling their civic duty. We ensure vulnerable people are not alone when they stand up for what's right. Through advocacy, education, and collaboration, we work to promote proper protection of witnesses and their rights. See, that's a nice mission. That's a really good mission. No one should harass a witness or, if, for instance, jurors. Oh, Paula was back on the twit the other day, and people were started out being nasty to her again. But you are not doing any of this. That is your mission. What you're doing is protecting the clan, not the clan, but the McAlbert clan. That's all you're doing. You try to put it as, oh, we're a support group. You ain't nothing but a family who's trying to hide what you did. Why we formed this movement, a movement that I'm pretty sure no one heard about before today. This mission began during one of the most publicized trials in Massachusetts, Double Dash Again AI, where witnesses were relentlessly harassed simply for corroborating with investigators. Their ordeal revealed a dangerous gap in our justice system that showed a pattern of intimidation and defamation that has become a weapon of defense strategy in American courts. No, this is why you have defamation lawsuits. You just slap a defamation lawsuit on Aiden or Karen Reed if this is true. This website has been active since 2024. Of course, I did my due diligence and looked. So why haven't you sued either of those yet when this is what you're doing? Because all of this, you can't use defamation as a weapon because you have the ability to sue them against defamation. But this movement isn't about one case across the nation. Witness intimidation and coordinated reputation warfare has been fueled by social media, twisting public opinion to hide the facts and defeat the truth. All of this reads like one of Plevin's book. All of this is like Plevin's books. This is what a crime novelist would write. Because where are all the other witnesses that they are supporting? Are the witnesses in the, I don't know, the Koberger trial? If that had gone to trial, would the witnesses have been on this collage, or is it only the McAlberts? It's only the McAlberts. Again, we package it so it sounds like a it's kind of like the Innocence Project, but hey, just give us money. Our vision. As we continue to work, our long term goal is to establish a foundation dedicated to rebuilding faith in justice and supporting the people who work every day to keep the system honest. People like Alan Jackson, David Janetti, Mark Betterow. Oh, oh, no, of course not. Of course not. This mission will guide the creation of that foundation and what will remain at the heart of everything we do. How can you help? You can donate. You support funds immediate legal and protective assistance. You can share it. Awareness is protection. Help spread the word. Stand up for the truth. Together, we will ensure courage is never punished and integrity never destroyed. Connect with us. Together, we stand for justice. Name, email, message. Oh, it's from 2025. It's funny. It says it's been active since 2024, but I really love this. No, it's not KP. I'm gonna because the funny thing is now I read their entire first site. Now I go to about support contact. I don't know who any of these people are. I don't know who made this website. There are no information. There's no website that I can go to. There's no email I can contact. I believe there is, you can go on Instagram, Facebook, and the TwitSwat. This site can't be reached. Oh, so that's a dead link. Does the Facebook work? Yes, you can go and watch it on the Facebooks. They have one post uh, from a day ago. For everyone who's been asking over the past few years how they can help the witnesses in the John O'Keefe case who've been relentlessly abused and defamed, now is the time. For almost 3 years, witnesses and their families have been harassed and smeared simply for telling the truth. They corroborate fully, testified multiple times, and never backed away from questioning. Now, as civil cases, the only way to clear their names and push back against the dangerous new playbook using online moves to attack witnesses. If this becomes the new normal, it can be used on anyone. Oh shit, I forgot to share this site. Please take a moment and read the full story if you're able. Support the legal efforts. Let's laugh at that. 12 people have shared this message. So you can go and follow them. But when we go back to this website, and I really like this, I want to support all the witnesses for all the harassment in all the cases across the USA. So let's press the donate. Testify, defending truth.org. They already raised $15,694. Doing well. And this is the same text we just read over on the Facebook. For over 3 years, witnesses and their families have lived under the weight of false accusations, online attacks, and relentless attempts to twist the truth about what happened on Fairview Road. We stayed silent, trusting the justice system to correct the record and protect the witnesses who corroborated in good faith. It hasn't. Well, it's not their job because They never claimed that you did anything wrong. And what is it that you believe that they should have done? Instead, a new and dangerous playbook has taken hold. Weaponized social media, unleash online trolls, pollute the jury pool. This is going to be really fun when they have to answer who the hell uh, is the one who polluted the jury pool. Yes, this is started by Denise Galvin, the one, I believe, the one who wrote the timeline. um, Tear apart a community and use character assassination and harassment to intimidate witnesses and rewrite reality. That playbook doesn't stop with us. It can be used against any ordinary citizen. Well, you're not ordinary citizens. You are all either law enforcement or related to law enforcement. People who know the game. If anyone knows The Wire, you understand that. Who steps forward to tell the truth. This is the new normal. You didn't step forward to tell the truth because it wasn't like the popo had to go looking for you and or didn't have to go looking for you. They came to you and said, "Hey, do you have any information?" You're not saints because you are witnesses in a criminal trial. If you are in a criminal trial and you are called as a witness, you're not coming forward because you want to fight for justice, you want to fight for truth. You're just a witness. There's nothing special about you. You don't get any special rights that you have to have the Congressional Medal of Freedom or anything. You get protection under the law, which all of you have. That's why Aiden is facing 95 years in prison still until all the stupid charges goes away. You had your protection. But now you're crying because Karen Reed sued your ass. And that's going to be funny. This soon to be a huge crowd of civil defense and prosecution lawyers will be the ones laughing all the way to their banks, except for the bar establishment attorneys. Yeah. Granted gets accommodations. You do? No, don't troll anyone. Don't make fun of anyone. Don't give them any information they can use. Don't do anything like that. Never, ever do anything like that. Never that people put their names on things like that. Laugh at them, and that's all. Never, ever harass them. Never, ever go on the Twitch and make fun of them. They will use it as evidence that, oh, look at all of these people. They are so mean. Go laugh at Krusty. You can always laugh at Krusty. Go laugh at Twisted. Go laugh at the cartoony. Laugh at all of them. They are idiots who put their ass in the slap height. All of these people who might believe that that the McAlberts are good Christian, church-going, innocent saints, and give them money. One, I saw the highest amount is, I believe, $1,500. Absolutely insane that people give so much money to people like that after what we have seen. Do never harass any of them. Never ever make fun of them or anything, because they'll just use it and say, "Oh, look how mean these people are." So please, never ever do that. Never. This makes me so happy they lost. Yes. Oh, you think it's a joke? Well, I'm just making it because maybe there's someone sitting down in the back row. There's 500 people here tonight. So maybe someone is sitting in the back row and thinking, oh, maybe that's a good idea. But please don't do that, because you know how these, right now, there's at least 5 aunties somewhere in this chat trying to hear me say something stupid so they can go put it on on all of their twats and say, "Oh, look at these people. Oh, they don't want justice." Bruh. Denise Galvin is the oldest sister of that family, leader of the Clydesdales. Is she the one who's the attack dog who jumped out of the car, or is that the other one? I don't know. They are professional. Well, I don't think the McAlberts as such is professional, but the idiots who run their PR campaign. Remember, again, why do I find this so funny, and why did I think this is newsworthy on a Saturday, where I might have had a little much beer yesterday? Not too much, but a little too, maybe a little too much. Why do I think that I should stream about it? Because it's so cringeworthy that these people who have spent 3 years screaming about how Aiden first and then the rest of the Karen Reed environment helped raise funds for her, how she got all of this money, how she could use all of this money to buy jurors and all of that, are now the same people out here begging for money. I like that there's no upper limit to the gifts and go. So far, they're at $15,000, which is an amazing amount of money, but it's like peeing in the ocean when it comes to a lawsuit. Especially because how many did she sue? 8, 7, 8 people. That's $2,000 for each. That's not even retainer for a lawyer per person. Just donated my entire retirement account. Thank you, Ambrosia. Well, don't do that. For hopefully not to the Jill Daniels. I can't. All of these women, they look like horses and like they had too much Ozempic. That's yeah. Brian Albert is up there in Maine digging a effing tunnel to Canada. He won't do a day in jail because he will self-delete when the hammer really comes down. I don't think that there's any indication any legal trouble is coming their way from this. I don't think. Again, who's going to charge them? The state with what? The state still haven't charged Farwell with Birdsmore's murder. I'm pretty sure the McAlberts don't have to fear the DA's office. The unbelievable testimony of these witnesses is self-evident. I can't imagine anyone not seeing through the poopycock. Higgins and McAlbert butt dialing each other at 2 a.m. Seriously, I have told this story many times, and we are 600 people, so maybe some are new here. Coco had a little bit to drink. Brian had been manhandling his boyfriend. Brian's boyfriend had to go to the police station and get a bag. So Brian needed to have some release. And Coco felt, yeah, well, it is a Friday night. Let's do it. So they went up there, but because Brian and Brian had spent all this energy rubbing each other at the bar, Brian needed a little help. Coco needed a special night. So he called his good buddy, said, "Can you call it? I'll just let it go to voicemail so I get the vibration rolling. It's going to last like 13 seconds, 12 seconds most likely, but just help a brother out and help a Coco out." And that's why they had to do the butt dials to get Coco to reach the clouds and the heavens in those 13 seconds. That's my explanation to why the butt dials happened. They needed Coco to get off. Yes, and right after she reached the clouds and the heavens, she cleaned new bed sheets, everything, and the phone that had been vibrating. Proctor wanted to be known for solving a cop's murder. Instead, he became nefarious. Notorious. Notorious. Would Proctor look for nudes on Jill Daniels' phone? I think he would look for nudes on everyone's phone. I actually think that I think he wouldn't be the first or the last one in that police department. I think a lot of the other guys around there probably had a very busy time deleting a lot of messages after all of this happened. Because when you have a police department like that, shit flows downwards. This was accepted from the top, so everyone down the pyramid is just as dirty. It's not something that one cop does and then sends to 6 of his co-workers and no one stops it. That to me is a very clear indication. This is what happens if your phone is confiscated at the Norfolk DA's office. People will be looking for all they can find of interesting material on your phone. Proctor was the scapegoat. He wasn't the only one. He'd for sure look for nudes on my phone. Well, I don't have any nudes on my phone. I don't send D-pics because the micronator doesn't like the attention. Higgins and Albert just destroyed their phones. Why delete when you can demolish? Well, the problem is, as Proctor found out, the cloud exists. And that's the big old problem in this case. Because if the cloud exists for Proctor, it should exist for the rest of them as well. And your sister didn't answer the phone. There's a lot of good little tidbits we can talk about in that case. But back to the mission on the Give Send Go, because this harassment has gone unchecked. No, it hasn't. There has been several lawsuits filed. There has been the Canton 8, Aiden Carney, who was the other one who got a harassment? I'm blanking. It hasn't gone unchecked, but it has been overturned for most of them as First Amendment rights to demonstrate. Only Aiden Carney is the one that they keep harassing. He's actually the one being harassed by your stupid lawsuits. Our only remaining path is to seek justice through the courts, which you're already doing. Again, stop using ChatGPT, to clear our names publicly, to defend our children and families, and to help build a real foundation against witness and victim harassment, to this never becomes business as usual in American courtrooms. So first of all, it's to line your pockets so you don't have to pay for your own lawyers to protect yourself against the lawsuit. Because do we think the amount they raise for this thing is only going to be used to have a countersuit against Aiden and Karen, or is it also going to defend them? According to the Give Send Go, it can't go in to defend them against Karen Reed. We are speaking out now, not only to defend our families, but to stand up for truth, accountability, and real justice for John O'Keefe. So you're going to tell us what really happened, and for every future witness who might otherwise be afraid to come forward. None of you were afraid to come forward because you had all decided what to say. What we've done from the beginning, we did everything the justice system asks of witnesses, which you should be because it's illegal not to do it. Corroborated fully with state and federal investigators. No. You might remember a certain horse-like woman who lied to the federal investigators. You might remember a slightly, I won't say dumb, dull-looking housewife type who said, well, I heard Karen ask her to Google it. Did you? No, not really. You lied on the stand. You lied to the federal investigators, you lied to the grand jury, and you lied in court. So let's agree to disagree on this one. Provided statements immediately. Well, kinda, some of you, but that's that's not really your fault. So let's just put that in brackets because the Popo weren't really interested in talking to you because let's pin it on the girl. Testified before grand juries. Check. You did that, and you might have lied to the grand juries. Answered every question, but truthfully, no. You lied several times. Told the truth every single time. People, it's okay. I'll give you 2 minutes to laugh about that statement because that's a lie. Not one of us ever invoked the Fifth Amendment because we have nothing to hide. Congratulations, you weren't charged with anything. How we became targets. Despite our full cooperation, a coordinated effort grew online and in the media to shift blame onto innocent people. False narratives were pushed into court filings, social media, and public forums. Our names, reputations, and livelihoods were attacked, often viciously and without any basis in fact. Our family has endured years of harassment, intimidation, and online defamation, all of which you, of course, have sued people for. Ah, personal and professional harm. I don't know any of you people. I never will get to know any of you people. I watched you sit on a bench, tell your lies. I saw some of you outside of D&E's Pizza yelling at Aiden, playing the tough guy, small town bully. And you damaged your own relations, your own image more than anything that Aiden has told us. I disliked you before I even knew Aiden's name because all of you are slimy. All these Oxford commas makes me cry. I don't know what an Oxford comma is. I am dyslexic. Didn't Jen say she was Nicole when first approached? Well, it's only because she thought it was an ice cream van. I always give fake IDs when anyone asks me if I want to buy ice cream. Not invoking the fifth isn't a flex. No, because stating that we didn't invoke the fifth kind of implies that you probably should have invoked it because you could be criminal liable for something that your testimony could get you in trouble with. No one else invoked the Fifth Amendment. Aiden said, I will invoke the Fifth Amendment if I'm called to testify. That's why they mention it, because we are better than Aiden. Remember, all of this is made probably in close connection with the think tank of Krusty O. Pandies. I believe she has been in contact with them talking about how to damage Aiden. That's why that ogre like creature has nothing in her life other than just sitting every day and monitoring Aiden and sending information to other people about, oh, look what he did today. And she lied about who she called. Well, she misremembered. She thought that 3 was 5 and 5 was 3. And she never, ever lied. Never, ever lied. Did Tully answer directly to Morrissey? Morrissey allowed shortcuts and throughout his DA career. Yes, I believe he did. Well, no matter if he answered directly to Morrissey, Morrissey has the ultimate responsibility as the DA. Let's not forget the words of Matt. If she pleads, it's over. If she doesn't, it's going to be an episode. Yes. Again, words that kind of implies that let's hope she just shuts up and we don't get in trouble. So many lies, it's astounding that they could keep track of them all. Well, it's because they made a timeline. Damage to our children, relationships, and well being. Most of it, again, because the way you acted in public. Tens and thousands of dollars in legal expenses. How have you incurred tens and thousands of dollars in legal expenses? Because you don't have, why, what have your lawyers done for you? You had a witness advocate that you could call and say, Aiden Carney did this, and they would send the popo. You haven't filed a single lawsuit against anyone. Why have you racked up tens and thousands of dollars in legal expenses? That must be because you needed some advice, probably about either your testimony or something else. There's no reason why you, as witnesses in a criminal trial, should have occurred any expenses in that order. To me, it sounds more like you might need a lawyer to try and figure out, could we be in trouble because we did this or that? But I don't know. She didn't need money for her makeover. She needs couch money. I will donate to the McMurdo crew as soon as they set Costco free. Are we free in Costco now? Where was it? Where was it? Jen needed a PR consultation and a makeover. Yeah, got a makeover for the second one. She looked way, way, way different in the second trial. She needs money for a bigger, more sparkly cross necklace for trial. That's the only way to do it. So people will know you're innocent. I'm sorry, McAlberts. My finger slipped, and all the money I was going to donate to you, I actually sent to a broken baker. Oopsie. Thank you, T-Rex, for considering donating to the McAlberts. When I spend these $7, I will think of them. Probably not in a good way, but I will be thinking about them. This is all work of Tooth and his IT company. I really don't hope so, because then he can't have an IT company, because this is just ChatGPT. If it damages their relationship, that must mean that someone believes what Aiden is saying. That's the only thing I could. How can it damage their relationship? Well, if people believe what Aiden is saying about them, then it can damage their relationship. Shouldn't this vicious online attack by international YouTube idiots actually strengthen their relationships? They got Carrie as a friend. No one knew Carrie. She was just like that stray dog that you go to Greece, you tell your girlfriend, don't feed that dog. You're not going to feed it. And 2 weeks later, when you go home from vacation, you have a new dog because you really wanted that dog. It wasn't because she fed it and it just kind of stuck around. That's the same with Carrie. Someone threw some scraps at her, and like a trash panda, she was just, oh, I'm going to come back tomorrow. So you gained a relationship. You got Carrie Roberts. I don't think it's a good relationship, but you got Carrie. Well, it's a stray dog. Thank you so much, Karen, for 3 corner kisses over on Buy Me a Coffee. I won't be thinking about the McAlberts when I get these, spend these. But thank you so much, Karen. Carrie is a total idiot. She was not even there that night and managed to get suckered into it. Do you know what is a really, really good thing when you are trying to cover up something? It's to get someone who will be like that devoted little dog that you found. You were in Mykonos and your girlfriend, and it was summer, and you forgot that you said don't feed the dog, and then you got a new dog, and that dog will die for you because you took it off the streets. Carrie is the same thing. She will lie her ass off just to keep Jen happy, because finally She's in the cool kids club. Finally, Carrie, who probably was that chubby loner in high school that no one really talked to, who wasn't she wasn't getting harassed or anything, but the one who, oh yeah, I have a I have gym class with, I think her name is Karen. I don't know. That girl. And now finally she's with the cool girls because the McCabe's are the cool people. And now she has an in because they have a secret together. I believe that's why she got suckered into it. And she's too dumb to understand what really happened. Maybe Carrie can make calls to the hospitals and police station looking for Cossie G. I hope Cossie is doing. I heard him last night on Red House, so I hope he's doing well. It's insane how many people were willing to destroy their life, careers, and reps to protect the murderers of a police officer. I'm, I am, again. What the idiots on the other side likes to say, it takes 1 million people to make this conspiracy. No, it doesn't. It just takes 5, maybe 6 people. And let's say John never ever got into the house. So the young kids who were there, and then all of a sudden, all of us left, and all of that John went into the garage instead. And something happened in the garage. So the young kids didn't lie. They never saw John O'Keefe. They were in the kitchen. They were playing It's Raining Men. Coco was cleaning. She's kind of a neat freak. The dog was barking like crazy because it didn't like people. So they never ever heard that when Higgy was out smoking a cigarette and he said to John, "Hey, can I talk? Can I touch you over here? Come on, buddy." And they went into the grass and he said, "You know, I fucked your girl last week. You know that? I fucked your girl. I fucked her in your house. She came to my house because you're not as much man as I am. And I'm even gay with my friend Brian. What do you want to do about it?" And they started doing the push thing. He fell over, hit his head, and Chloe came running because she got out in the yard and jumped on him. Then only Higgins was there when it happened. Potentially, I'm just making a scenario to try and say how you don't need 1,000 people. I have no proof of any of what I'm saying. Brian goes in and gets Brian because fuck it, I fucked up. Brian comes out there, and then because remember they said, "Oh, the girls need to stay here," and then the girls needed to go really fast all of a sudden. So they needed the house to be cleared, and Higgins needed to go to the police station and get something. Is that a total? Then you have it to 2 people. Then you just need Coco. Coco will kill for her husband. If you chucked your demanding girl out and said, "Hey, take Chloe with you tonight because mom is gonna get her world rocked. I'm gonna bang the life out of her for 13 seconds." And Bri, I don't know. He seems like a sweet kid, but then you have 4 people that you really need, and then you call your friends at the CPD and say, "We fucked up. We need to fix this. Do you have someone we can call?" And they do. All of them have been 20 years on the force. They know people. You don't need 20 people. You need 10 to make this happen because breaking the tail light happens really easy. And after I've been thinking about it when I read the civil suit, I believe that they were just trying to get a little piece of the tail light that they could just drop out there to say, "Hey, yeah, see, we have tail light fragments, and it must be from there." I think they saw the broken tail light and thought, "Oh, this is a blessing in disguise that she hit John's car. Now we can say she smashed him with the car." But because it was cold and it was brittle, and he probably yanked something in there, it broke the entire tail light. I think that's most likely. You It's less than 15 people who's in on this, is my belief. Did you notice in the trial everyone had an excuse why they did not see John's body? Yes, and none of these excuses made sense. Well, we were talking about peanut butter sandwich because I always keep a loaf of bread and peanut butter in a frozen car. Sure you do, Jen. They would never do all of this just for Higgins. I have an idea that maybe Brian and Brian was waiting for John together. I don't know. Both of them were in a fighting mood that night. I could see BA be a guy who didn't like John because they were roughly the same age, but John didn't blow up and became a fat, obnoxious idiot like Brian, who his entire life was I'm such a cool guy. I could see that he would be more than happy to participate in, oh, my good buddy cuckold you with your wife because you're not man enough. And every one of the wife thinks that you're the hottest shit in Camden, but you got cocked by this guy. They could both have been there. I'm not saying maybe he was out there with the dog, and the dog went crazy when John arrived because he said, "I let the dog out." Who let the dog out? Brian. I think Brian, Albert, Coco, Jen knows. I think Higgins and Chloe in the garage with a punch or a bite and fall. I actually think Higgins and Berkey did the tail light. Proctor incompetence allowed it all. I think as soon as you had Berkowitz on it, he's been buddy with Morrissey for so long. Again, you just need the key players. You don't need everyone. Hey, Holly Beck. I hope you use the toilet brush with your leaf blower. Yeah? Burko took some dirty secrets to his grave. Just look at what we have learned from the last year. First, the Karen Reed case. Then, I can't remember the guy who caught 31 bullets. I believe it's 31 bullets. To Sandra Birchmore. All the cops in Massachusetts seem to be dirty in some fashion. Hey, Patricia, how are you doing this fine morning? But we got to the legal expenses. Sorry, I got into speculations. All because we did what we were supposed to do. We told the truth. Facts, not evidence. Why we are asking for help? With a civil trial now ahead, we know the same playbook will be used again. Distort the facts, target witnesses, and re-traumatize our families in public. We cannot face this alone. I will guarantee you one thing. This will be nothing like the criminal case. Just see how it was yesterday with the Zoom meeting. It was closed, so we couldn't stream it. I know some people did. I just hope that doesn't mean that there will be further restrictions put on it because people didn't follow the rules. But this is going to be at least a 2-year case. It's going to be boring AF. There will be countless of these meetings where we're just, so can we make a date on the 26th? No, Your Honor, we can't do it on that day. Okay, let's do it on the 27th. How is the depositions coming on? We have agreed to 3 of the depositions, Your Honor, and it's going to take forever. So it's not going to be the same thing, not at all the same thing. With a civil trial now, distort the facts, we cannot face this alone. Your support will help us secure the legal representation necessary to fight back. Challenge false allegations in a court of law, but you're already doing that through the lawsuits against Aiden. Protect our families from ongoing harassment. How are you going to do that? If how much should people pay you to do that? Are you going to move? Are you going to move to Kentucky? Are you going to move your kids to Kentucky? And what is this ongoing harassment? The only one I know that anyone talks about is Colin. And Colin is a POS shitty teen who's probably not even a teen anymore, who likes to play internet tough guy and talk about how he's going to bang everyone and or I'm going to slap you. And then he drink girly drinks. He's the guy who is out there trying to antagonize people. No one is talking about your high maintenance princess. No one cares about your son. We just hope he and his life partner, whenever he finds him, are gonna be happy. No one cares about your annoying family. The only person people cares about is Colin, because Colin is an idiot who goes out there and starts arguments. And maybe your family should stop harassing people as well. Stop attacking people on the street. Establish a clear stand against witness and victim intimidation. I don't know what that means. Thank you, Taminara. That's what we're going to say, for becoming a member of the channel. Ensure the truth we stood by since day one is finally heard. What truth? You changed your story more times than I have changed underwear. Every contribution, large or small, brings us closer to clearing our names, protecting our children. Won't you do it for the children? How many McAlberts are underage? How many McAlberts are underage? Colin is 19. I believe Colin is 19 years old, if I can remember my timelines. I don't have a sister to make timelines with. Do any of them have minors that they need to protect? I don't know. Oh, he's 21. Well, so now he's old enough to drink. I am pissed the state police isn't investigating the planting of evidence after the testimony of Officer Barros. It's a disgrace. No one is going to do anything because all of them are connected to it. Hey, Listendal. Hey, Ginger. Hello. Hope you're enjoying your vacation. 20. I think Jen and Matt might have one or two minors. Who cares? No one is talking about these kids. The only people we are talking about is the high maintenance princess, Brian, and his very masculine mustache, and Colin. And the only one we really care about is Colin because he's an asshole. Yes, the link is for Valhalla. Thank you so much, Holly Mac. It's not for the McAlberts, trust me. And drawing a line in the sand, so this kind of witness harassment cannot be a model for future defendants. Well, the mob did it for millions of years. Every contribution will be used directly to help ensure justice is served by funding the legal work, protection, and advocacy needed to confront these falsehoods and stop the harassment. If there are funds remaining after our own cases are resolved, we intend to use those to support other witnesses and victims facing similar attacks so that no one has to fight this kind of abuse alone. Thank you for standing with us, for believing in truth and over online mobs, and for helping us pursue real justice for John O'Keefe, the McAlberts, and Higgins. What I don't see is all of the money you're going to donate to this will go into an escrow account with the lawyer firm of Johnson, Richard, and Johnson. Now, all of this money, to as far as I can see, it goes straight into their own pocketbooks. So how do you provide There's 93 givers so far to the. No, I'm not going to give anything. Go fuck yourself. There's 93 people who have donated. Let's update it and see if it's grown since we came here. It's $16,000 so far. So about now, everyone has $2,000 per person for a lawyer, and they're getting some great ones. 1,500 and 1,000 and 1,000 and 1,000, 1,500. They're doing better than I'm doing on my grifting today. But again, all of this from the group of people who send their online trolls out to attack Aiden Carney. All of those who have used their online trolls to provide information to Mello and Tully against Aiden Carney are now holier than thou, claiming that you need to pay them so they can sue people because someone was mean to them on the internet, just because they did what they had to do. No, you did what you have to do. No, they can't use the same lawyer because maybe a couple can. So husband and wife can use the same, but you can't use all of them in one big lawsuit. And thank you, Gattaca, for 16 months, almost 2 babies. Is Karen Reed filing a civil suit against these probable third-party culprits harassment? Somebody ended John O'Keefe, not Karen Reed and her Lexus. She filed a lawsuit. I read it Wednesday. I think I read it. I think Runkle read it. I think Melanie has read it. I think Defense Diaries have read it. I think Brother Counsel has read it, and Solomon Counsel, Brother Solomon, Brother Counsel has read it. Yeah, she has filed a lawsuit against them. Why don't they sell their house like Karen did? Take the equity out. They have the money. Yeah, exactly. Why should you? And again, we're 750 people right here, right now. Most of you might not have made the kind of money that Brian Albert did as a cop. What was his last page check? $365,000 or something like that. Who is on a pretty good, probably, public pension. Most of you don't have that kind of money. Most of you probably have to go generic instead of name brand sometimes, like the rest of us, to make everything be nice around Christmas and stuff like that. Why should you fund their lawsuits? Because they are fighting for witnesses? No, they are protecting the clan. The McAlbert clan is everything these people are fighting for. They don't give a fuck about was the verdict against Raul Valle okay. They don't give a fuck about that. They don't care if, I don't know what case have we had. If Glenn from the Black Widower murder, if he was harassed, they don't give a fuck about that. They just made a sob story to try and get into your wallets. And people are dumb enough to support them, which is fine. They probably think people who support Karen Reed are dumb. But all of this is a rewriting of the truth, because they haven't been harassed in any way as they claim. They haven't been forced to hide or anything. These people have more freedom than most of you, because what happened to one of you if you walked around in Canton with one of these? You had their personal police force come and raise charges against you. These people are protected people. These people have never ever faced half of the shit they are claiming. These people are antagonistic towards everyone. Whatever backlash they have felt is because we saw them on the stand in a criminal trial, we saw that every single one of them was less than believable on the stand. We had admissions from two of the main McAlberts that they lied in their testimony. We know they changed their testimony multiple times. And now they are sitting here and saying, we did the right thing. We told everything. We came forward instantly. Why did you delete texts on your phone then? Why did you lie about the amount of times you saw John O'Keefe? Why did your memory change between the two trials? Why did you lie to the FBI? Why did you lie what you heard in the car where Karen and Jen was sitting? Why are you lying about everything? And now, when you're begging money, we did it for the truth and for justice. Free John O'Keefe. Justice for John O'Keefe. None of you horrible people give two fucks about John O'Keefe. You didn't like him when he was alive. Well, the ladies did because they really, really liked John O'Keefe, apparently. But none of the guys liked that guy because he was a danger to them. Because all of the wives were dreaming of a little John O'Keefe time. None of you had any close relationship. You got his phone number the day off. We were so good friends. We went Reebok shopping once. Brian Albert, who worked as a Boston cop with John O'Keefe, didn't even know him. You thought he was hot. Well, Kev, I think you're hot, especially your picture. Krusty is probably the advocacy that they're raising funds for. I don't think that she is the beneficiary of this, but I love that it's her and Mama Llama who is out there. Both of them absolutely retarded people. Sorry to use the R word, but they are. I don't know if any of you saw it, but Krusty's new theory is that Lindsay Gattani, the cartoonie herself, banged Aiden last week, and that's why she ruined the case against Cosgrove. Or this is grand levels of insanity that Aiden and Lindsay wanted the intimidator again, so she blew the trial by suing everyone, and then she got the intimidator on a week where on a night where Aiden was live streaming. I don't know why people are this dumb. I really don't know why people are this dumb. As Melody says, Karma knows your address, looking at you, McAlberts. Yes, this is Karma coming home to bite all of these sorry people in their buttocks. Because again, all of the things that they are now claiming that they are raising funds to try and fight against is things that they have been doing with the help of the Popo. Who has been intimidating witnesses? Who was it who said you should put Richard in your mouth so you wouldn't talk so much? Is that witness intimidation that your fund should go to, or should it go to your family first? I'm just wondering. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that the young woman who was told to stick a Richard in her mouth wasn't being intimidated as a witness. I'm pretty sure Lucky Ruffin wasn't being intimidated, and we should listen to him, right? We weren't trying to hide any witnesses. A man who Aiden had to come and make. Why I can't put the inverted. I just confused myself. Yeah, Aiden had to come and make Lucky feel safe enough that he dared speak because he was afraid of the McAlbert clans, the clan who ran Canton. But that's not the witness you're going to pay for, is it? All of this is grifting, and as a pro grifter, one of the few certified grifters out there, I salute you. It's obvious. It's an amazing cry story you have made. I can't wait till you sit on Twisted Tragedies and she's going to interview you. And every time you say, so if we can raise some money, she says, oh, sorry, I just have to say, by the way, you can buy me a new bra on my wish list on Amazon. And uh, and you can buy me a new bikini and my boyfriend a trip. Oh, so you were saying you need money for, oh, by the way, none of the super chats will go to any of these people. No, I can't share the link because I have my Gifts and Go linked for myself. No matter all the shit that has happened in the Free Karen Reed movement after Karen was freed, no matter how the history will be written forward with the civil trial, which will be way different than the criminal trial, there's one thing that can't be taken away. People from all walks of life, from both sides of the political spectrum, from all over the world, came together and said, this woman is being railroaded. We're going to help. We're going to watch YouTube creators who talk about it. We're going to support the legal fund. We're going to try and help as much as we can. This community showed what communities can do when they believe in a cause, because it wasn't Karen Reed. It was the treatment of Karen Reed that was the true Free Karen Reed movement. Because none of us knew Karen Reed. We just saw someone who was being railroaded. You might not like Aiden. You might not like me. You might not like BLT. You might not like Mike. But if we came together on a panel and we tried to raise some funds, you would come looking because you wanted to know what happened. Can you tell me who's going to do that for the McAlberts? Is Krusty going to do a Spaces with Twisted Tragedies and raise funds? Both of these horrendous hopebags are going to steal the money if they can get hands on it. None of them are going to support anything. They are in it for one thing, hating Aiden and filling their pockets. All of us creators, I've never ever heard anyone say pay me or anyone say you need to do this in this movement. I know that some people have talked about, but I've never ever any of the creators I've been working with, from big old guys like Ronkel or Andrea Burkhardt to what was a very new channel at the time. I'm blinking. What was the channel? I was a very small channel at the time. All of us came together and said, yes, let's try and build this up because we believe that Karen Reed is being railroaded. We don't believe Karen Reed was a saint and she never did anything wrong in her life, because none of us knew Karen Reed. Only Aiden have met Karen Reed at that point when I started covering it. But we believed in the cause, and I can't see anyone picking up the flag and running in front of the Alberts unless they get paid for it. Is the FBI still in here? I don't know. Is there a troll in here? I don't even. Do I have any mods in here? I probably don't even have any mods here. Well, I have Anime over on Rumble. Anime, you take care of Slidey Pie. Make sure she doesn't troll. Oh, FBI, DOJ corrupts. Cop killer Karen's cult are vile degenerates. Yes, we are the vilest degenerates of them all. But even as vile and degenerate as you are, I would rather drink a beer. I would rather fly to Boston tonight and have a beer with each one of you than ever have a beer with anyone from the McAlberts clan. Because I don't trust those. I'd like to formally invite you to my Thanksgiving dinner if you do all the baking. Thanksgiving is on Thursday. I think it's on Thursday. My car is going to the mechanic on Thursday. Ginger and Jameson at my house. I'm not a big fan of Jameson. I like my whiskey neat. We have a troll in chat. That's nice. Give me a wrench like Val. I'm a trained and simply amazing mod. Well, first rule on Baker's channel: if you ask for a wrench, you're never getting a wrench. Well, the problem is I have a 8-hour flight and 3 hours to the airport, so it'll probably be a little late before I arrive. But I want to know when the next Wilbur show, because I heard Jimmy talk about the next Wilbur show, and if it anyway is possible that I can get there for a reasonable price. The Halloween show, it would have been $1,500 to fly over, and then I needed to get I don't know anything. So I would land in Boston. How the hell? And I don't know where anything is. So I would have to figure that out, and I'll have to get drunk because you can't drive a car in Boston without a BAC with less than 0.08. And I would have to get drunk first, and I don't drink and drive, but so I would have to walk there and have to find a hotel. That's a lot of problems I would have. Fly into Providence. Providence probably don't have direct flights from Copenhagen. Start a GoFundMe for no. I don't need private jets. I just need, as long as I can fly a premium economy, and my fat ass can have a little more room. It's fine by me. March or April. That would actually be perfect because I don't know if I'm going to Tennessee in May again or June or whenever, but March or April, that would be perfect. The weather is kind of getting nicer, and yeah, I would love to do that. You could ask. You could ask. I don't know. Ask your mod who spent 3 years in Boston for law school. Nah. I don't know. Because again, if you've been in Boston for that long, you might be an alcoholic. So yes, you are. Well, I'm not invited back after I gave everyone the coof last year. Baker's flying to see Sue next year. Sue lives right next to Knoxville. She can come see me in Knoxville. You down for a drink in Boston, UK? I don't know where Boston is in UK. I've only been to the UK once. Human skull found in concrete in Southie. I saw that one. Well, have they decided if it's a human skull? I think they had to do some test on it. The Providence airport isn't really in Providence. It's actually in Warwick, and there are some international flights. But that's the problem, because the last 2 years when I'm flown to Knoxville, because that's a kind of stupid airport that doesn't really do international flights, I flew over Philadelphia and over Chicago, and it took me 27 hours. That's a little bit long. And now I found out I can just fly to Atlanta, drive 3 hours, which will then be an 11-hour trip instead of 27 hours. Yeah, the kid is being taught to be a Scandinavian. Well, again, if everything adds up and stuff like that, I would love to come. As you all know, I am an American file. I really do like America, and think it's some of the best. I'm never coming to Australia. I'll never coming there. Clara was there 2-3 times. So ask him about logistic, hotel, transportation, shared, etc. I'm pretty sure if I announced that I was coming, because I know that the guy from Wales was over there as well, and people will be nice. You're always nice. Thank you, Bob Brown. That's very nice of you. Fly my airline, Delta nonstop. I don't think Delta flies out of Copenhagen. What do you know about America? Absolute floors me. I would have sworn you lived here for several years. Now I've been to America for 4 years, 5 weeks combined, or since 1995. I just love America. It's it's been a lifelong dream. I actually, when I got divorced, looked into moving to Las Vegas as a baker, but I had the kids, and that's still my problem. If I flew, I had to be rich enough that I could fly home on a regular basis. Way cheaper to do an Airbnb in that area than most hotels. Well, someone just offered me a house. Only an American file would wear a Nebraska hat. Hey, I've said it. If you ship it to me, I'll wear it. I don't care if it's Gamecocks or it's Nebraska or it's the Cornhuskers. I'll wear it. Is it because everything in Australia is trying to kill you? Yes. The same reason why I won't go to Florida and why I only last week recognized Arizona as a state. And the reason why I recognized Arizona as a state is because they have cacti. And I want everyone who claimed that Ronkel was only raising money to enrich himself to go to Arizona and pull their butt cheeks very far apart and slide down a cacti. So that's why I recognized Arizona as a state. Do I have any Vols gear? Yes, I have a Vols t-shirt that the expert gave me when my luggage was gone. I know I need to send him a lot of money. I'd be careful phrasing that you're bound to get something like lingerie. Well, just like now, you can't see G strings on screen. I'm just saying. Even the studded one that makes the bell sound when you're shaking your patootie, the mic doesn't pick it up. How do I know? Who were the idiots accusing Runkle of fraud charity collection? I don't know, but I was very upset because it came in at around 11 and a half, 20, 23, 23 and a half hours. All of a sudden, someone in chat, and you only see that one negative. That's the thing. Right now, we're 700 people here and 9 over on Rumble. So chats can at some point they'll just keep going because you're talking with yourself and you're also trying to keep yourself awake and you have questions. And oh, by the way, there's Miss Jessica. I talked to her last night at the Rat House. Let's talk again. Oh, there's Holly Mac. I need to ask her, is Canada really a place? Why do you speak French? And all of these things. So you don't see anything, but you will see that one negative. Just one negative is, and I just saw it and I got really, really heated because Ronkel was sitting there and he was passed out in his chair and just hanging on. And he did it, raised over $100,000 for a children's hospital. That man is amazing. And Kirk's is saying, I've just been watching Proctor's testimony on Trial Channel at 221 is where we can prove Katie McLaughlin lied about Kevin Albert contacting her back. Interesting. The friendless firefighter. I'm an Aussie and I moved to the UK and only here a false widow nearly offed me, was allergic and it was awful. Is that a spider? I don't know. Can you please interview Twisted Tragedy? It would be epic. Am I opposed to doing it? No. Would it be good for my channel? Yes. I would probably please like and subscribe, everyone. I would probably get a lot of eyes on it. I'll probably get a lot of super chats on it. But first of all, would she ever accept it? Because she would know I would be punching her verbally constantly. So I don't think so. Would she leave the instant I came on with my trusted twisted umbrella and my 70s porn star makeup just to look like her? Probably. Would it be a fun stream? Yes. I think it could be really fun. I didn't enjoy my Plevin stream. I got really mad because you can ask my mods. I've said that a million times. I actually wanted to be fair with Kevin. I wanted to talk about his book, and then he started attacking you in chat, and he started especially attacking the kid who is way smarter than a person who should be who mods on my channel. Um, and I lost my mind and I got angry because I hate these idiots who can't argue their position. And just I saw him on Court TV the other day, and he hasn't moved his position at all. He's too dumb to move, and I think Twisted is so stupid that I would get annoyed. And when I get annoyed, I'll start making fun of her, and I'll just be making fun of her, and it'll be good YouTube banter, but when she calls me a misogynist and blah blah blah, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think she would accept no way for her for her to grift for herself. I would I will dual stream. She can send me a link or I can send a link. We'll dual stream to both channels. Have you spoke about Bev releasing sidebars and the fact she's getting her sticky fingers possible into the civil case? She's not getting her sticky fingers into to the civil case. People saw something on a filing and thought, oh my God, Bev is back. No, if you read, it said criminal right in front. So it's something wrong. I don't know how that came to be, but Beverly Canoni has nothing to do with the civil trial. It said criminal on it. So it's something has been copied in a way so it looked like something. The sidebar released, yes, it's probably going to happen at a glacial place. Marbury v. Madison, I've said it, if she needs to pay for them, I don't think she do. I would fundraise the shit out of it if I could, so she doesn't have to pay for it. But every time I have offered it, she said, no, you don't need to. So she is a star. Maybe it could just be a makeup tutorial. Well, yeah, maybe that would be. I rewatched your interview with Plevin yesterday. He was insufferable, especially when he started lying about what I said, even though I clearly said something different, because that's what they do. They don't have any arguments and they'll just do the personal insults. It's a sign of low IQ. Why isn't Eliza Little on there, I wonder? I think I saw her in the filing because it was the two lawyer firms, and I believe she was listed under Alan Jackson. Previously, they said money should be donated to the Keith. What happened to that? Brian is on 80% of his salary, can pay his own legal fees. And I believe his last year he made $365,000. I remember one cop. I'm not sure that it was him. But if he's getting 80% of that, that's 72,000 away from. So he's getting somewhere around 280,000 if he keeps his last year's salary. He should be able to pay his own lawyer. Why is he begging the EBT crowd for money? Yeah, I think it was some mishap because if you looked at it, it clearly said criminal, and this is a civil trial. It had nothing to do with it. I saw the people on the Twitch thread instantly go, "Oh my God!" And I said, "It says criminal. This is a civil trial. It has nothing to do with it. It's a typo. It's a mistake. It's something that got mixed up." I think it was in the stipulation that she doesn't have to pay. I think so too, but again, I would love if she needs a rainy day fund for all of the work she does. I would love to get her some monies. The internet is delicate. Baker Man doesn't take much to set it off. No, and we know this, and this is what is making me the big sad. I think that's why I've been down the last couple of the last 2 weeks. I've been just feeling like shit all the time. Partly because I got some virus from the kid when I was up celebrating his birthday. And I think I'm just stressed out because every time I got on the Twit, I have to figure out, who do I hate today? Who hates me today? Why am I an idiot today? Why am I a pervert? Why am I a misogynist? Why is this girl the worst in the world? Why is this guy the worst in the world? Why is Aiden all of this? Why is Clara all of this? Why is this person, that person, this? And it makes me sad that all of the people who used to talk to each other, because now there's no Karen Reed drama, we just make our own drama. I find it obnoxious. I find it, the worst part about social media is people will start these fights just to have something to be angry about in their own life. Um, I don't I don't understand it. I don't care enough about other people that I want to sit and I'll call Twisted an idiot if she hadn't blocked me on Twit. I do it with Krusty all day long. I think she just hides me. I don't think she's smart enough not to block me, because then I'll just use the shit out of her. Hey, Lindsay, unblock me. Um, but I'm just so sad of all of this personal bitching going on, because we were a great community. We didn't have to stay a community. Us creators, we will move in different directions, but we didn't have to stab each other in the back on the way out. And neither did all of you wonderful people, because I have had interactions with tons of people I would never, ever have gotten to talk to. And all of you have been nice to me. And there's probably some of you who are assholes who share DMs if I give you some DMs. But so what? I just don't. I just don't think it's necessary that we do stuff like that. Go watch a movie, get laid, have some good things to eat, get your brain into some other brain waves. Gina, the problem is when you get tagged in a lot of things, and when a lot of the people you follow is in your algorithm, you'll see all of this all the time. That's an annoying thing. My kids just asked why I'm broken. It's because I have 2 herniated discs, and they're really annoying. Uh, in all of this, remember what counts. Valhalla's fundraiser. Don't forget about Valhalla's fundraiser. Pinned at the top of the chat. Good thing that you reminded everyone, Dave. You have a great chat. They are loyal. Well, some people come, some people go, but you are all good people, and it's funny to go into other people's chat and think, oh, you used to be on my chat. That's the rhythm of YouTube. But I just don't like all of these people fighting, because not that I give a fuck if I have to figure out who is banging who or who isn't banging who, and why people are mad they're not banging or sad they're not banging. I don't give a fuck about it. I'm not banging any of you, sadly. So it's not my problem. Uh, I just don't get wasting so much time on it. Thank you, Melmac. I do have a great chat. Well, no, I won't do that, because every YouTube says I have the best chat, because I still have Sue in my chat, and Zach and Brandon. But I have a good chat, and I have a very, very cozy chat. We in Danish we would say vi har en hyggelig chat. We are very hyggelig over here. What are my tattoos? This one is Lady Justice. This one is. I have to do it upside down. This is the goddess Freya, who is the goddess of law and not law of love and strife in Nordic, and her cats, because she has a wagon that's dragged across the sky with some big cats. Hey, Holy Street, how are you doing? Gina, I don't forget you. I just don't. You're not like Sue. You're not mean like Sue. Oh, Plant Fan is back. Been a second since I've seen you. They are all guilty. Everyone's always guilty. I don't know who, but they are guilty. I agree. You have a chicken named Fire. Well, you spelled it wrong. It's a J, not a Y. Each of my children are my favorite children, as with YouTube chats. No, I've seen YouTube chats who are better and worse, but I like my chat. What the hell? What about the group taking 100 mil from your government's coffers? Which one of them? Do you know how many companies who have their fat fingers in our. Ooh. And how's Carmen, by the way? How's she doing? She is doing great. We were actually hoping that today she would have gotten her gear because she has ordered it and had it shipped. And we would then, as a tie-in to Valhalla's fundraiser tonight, would have done an unboxing. But it might be next week, and we have to push it because I don't think she has received all of her gear yet. But she's very thankful to all of you. Don't the McAlberts need more than one lawyer? Yes, they do. They can't be represented by the same because that would be that could infer with the individual's rights, because you might say that the McAlberts have one agenda, and then you have Higgins. He might have a different agenda, but could a lawyer represent? So you can't do that. I was in Copenhagen this past August and was going to get a tattoo of the Little Mermaid. Then I sobered up. That's a good thing. The Little Mermaid, if you ever get here, most of you probably don't know it, but the Little Mermaid isn't from Disney. It's from Hans Christian Andersen, who, of course, is a Dane. And it's very disappointing to see her statue. It's out in the water. It's small. The only thing is she's topless, if you like topless women. I do. Hey, Rianne, how are you doing today? And apparently it's when you go somewhere that's supposed to be warm and sunny and it's cold. Where are you on vacation? It's Gender who's on vacation. Court TV's chat is everyone's guilty all the time. That's what I learned. Queen of Hearts is just got her approved for an apartment and they can have cats. Congratulations. And remember, as soon as you get cats, you don't own any animals, they own you. You thought they had one lawyer, but they can't have just one for ethical reasons. Yeah, it'll be malpractice if all of them are represented, because they can have different. Again, Higgins and the McAlberts won't have the same strategy. They won't have the same interests. So you can't just have one lawyer running all of it. Have I ever been a juror on corruption cases? I'm not even sure it's going to, because in Denmark, we don't do civil law with jurors on it. We only do criminal law. And corruption, well, it probably would be on our level. Maybe it would be the level. We have 3 levels in the Danish court system, and I'm on the local level, and then you have the, let's say, city, county, and country, and I'm on the city level, and I've never ever. Well, I have had cases where people have cheated with certain benefits and stuff like that, but corruption, I don't think Denmark is recognized as the least, I believe, the least or 4th least corrupt country in the world. So we don't have that many corruption cases. My cases are mostly drugs, violence. Yeah, drug and violence is what I do most of, and stealing stuff. I think I have a trial on Thursday. I haven't gotten my notice. Normally, I'll get that the week before, and I think that's a white collar crime. Someone who the IRS believes owes them $500,000 or something like that. But I'll do some financial crimes sometimes. I had asked about Reddington, so he dropped out. I don't know if Reddington dropped out or if it was for the other trial. I think that was. I think that's why. McAlberts. No, I was reading the civil suit, and as soon as I saw McCabe, I just read it as McAlberts because I've been saying it so long. So I can't change it now. I think. See, Sue, that's a good day for you. Missing anything? No. I think I'm gonna end it here. It's 5:30. I need some dinner. You all need to get out there. I'm gonna send you all over to Valhalla's night stream. Valhalla is a really good guy. He is a veteran who streamed the Karen Reed case with me. If you knew him, you love him. He is sadly fighting to figure out what the hell is going to happen with his dad's estate because in 8 years, nothing has happened. So he's trying to raise some money today, 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I would really appreciate if you will just go look. You don't have to participate or well, you don't have to give him any money or anything. Just go give him some love so the YouTube algorithm will boost it. And hopefully he can get the money he needs to open the case again and finish this case, because that's another stupid thing that the justice system is stuck on. Thank you all so much for stopping by for this YouTube presentation. Please do all the YouTube thing you hate being told about, and have an amazing Saturday. Stop fighting on the interwebs. Make fun of the antis instead. They are still dumber than we are. So go enjoy it. And for the love of Jeebus, don't give any money to the McAlberts, because they're just going to spend them just as stupid as they always did. And I wouldn't mind if they lost in court.
I'm Jimmy. How y'all doing?
I know English is your second language, but you don't word
It's
your
my
questions
third,
carefully.
but I'm still better at it than you. You are
The most important people in this case that everybody seems to have forgotten in